The White Sand National Monument Footprints. White Sand National Monument is located in southern New Mexico. Today it's known for its plentiful amount of footprints from around 20 to 30,000 years ago. But in my opinion, the most interesting and fascinating one of these sets of footprints is from two people from 21,000 years ago. The story of these two is truly fascinating, and it's surprising how much we can learn by just looking at feet on the ground. In 2006, a group of scientists noticed human footprints in the sands of White Sand National Park. But it wasn't just a few footprints, it was a trail of them that went on for just under a mile. It looked like two people were walking, an adult with a size 6 foot and a kid who was probably 2 or 3 years old. There was also a trail of who was most likely the same adult with the child no longer with them walking back on a return. Occasionally the kid's feet disappeared and the adult's feet went a little bit deeper into the sand, leading people to think that at some point in time the adult carried the kid. Occasionally the feet were smudged, leading people to believe that they were slipping. The two were walking at a 4-mile-per-hour pace. That's a lot for a 2-year-old, even if you are being carried most of the time. About an hour after the two walked by, but before the adult walked back, a woolly mammoth walked through the area that they were walking through. Giant ground sloth was walking through just a few minutes earlier than the two people. They even occasionally stepped inside of the giant ground sloth's footprints. With the information that we have, we can make a timeline of what happened on this day 21,000 years ago. The adult and the child were out somewhere, and then for whatever reason it wasn't safe anymore. Maybe it was mammoths, maybe it was giant ground sloths, or maybe it was something else entirely. We really don't know. But for whatever reason, they had to get out of there. The two were moving pretty fast to try to get to a safe place. 4 miles per hour, as I said earlier, was a lot for a 2-year-old. And the adult occasionally had to pick up the 2-year-old to try to go faster. And in their haste, they kept slipping in the mud. But they got up and just kept going to try to get to a safe place. After a few minutes of walking, the adult most likely dropped off the kid with a few people before walking back out for some reason. Maybe there may have been something dire going on out there that they needed to go back out there for, but that remains a mystery of why they went back out. And after that point, what happened to the kid and what happened to the adult, we don't know. There's still many questions left unanswered, like, why did the adult walk back out? Who was the people who the adult dropped the kid back off with? What was the adult and the kid just randomly walking around doing? Why did the adult have to walk back out? Who was the adult? Were they their parents? What happened to the group? What happened to the kid? What happened to the adult? Why did the adult have to walk back out? Like, seriously, I do not understand this. Why did you need to walk back out? What was going on out there? Well, anyways, I find this pretty interesting. It's insane how much we can learn by just looking at footprints. Stuff like this really helps us imagine what life was like for these people who lived thousands of years ago. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really helps me out, but you don't need to. And with that, thanks for watching, have a great day, and goodbye.